From KETK News, you're watching East Texas Live.
Welcome back to East Texas Live on KETK. Joining us now virtually is Tanisha Tyler Carr with the Alzheimer's Association, and she wants to chat about patients dealing with this frigid weather that we are about to get. Thank you very much for visiting us virtually today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, we are getting those cooler temperatures a lot lately. We're really about to see some winter weather. What can caregivers do to help keep their loved ones safe during the wintertime?
Well, thank you. First of all, that's a great question. What caregivers can do is really make sure that they have, ample warm clothing available, blankets, with these rigid temperatures, just making sure that you have just the clothing just to keep everybody warm and safe, but also think about even in their vehicles, there's lots of different emergency kits that you can have in the car should there be an emergency. And you need to have a first aid kit or something to address your tires if there's a blowout, things like that, or there's some type of emergency. So having those emergency kits in the car is a great idea as well.
And now, Tanisha, you're with the Alzheimer's Association. What are some of the ways to protect a loved one with Alzheimer's?
Well, definitely. We know that because of the diagnosis, sometimes issues with memory and just really a disruption in a daily routine can be very difficult for your loved one with Alzheimer's or another type of dementia. So definitely in this pandemic, you want to start thinking about just kind of incorporating things in the daily routine. Obviously wearing masks, having sanitizer available, not just in the home, but also in the car so that they can access that before you go outside of the car if you're going out in public, but also making sure that they have their medications, making sure that they have ample supplies that are needed just to kind of go about their normal routine and day.
Now, with winter also comes along with something, with winter comes along shorter days, and I know that can trigger an effect called sundowning. Can you explain a little bit about what this is?
Yes, thank you for that question. What can happen is, different types of events like weather, change in temperature can trigger a behavior called sundowning, and that's confusion as the sun goes down. So you may see an increase in some just very different and strange behavior as the sun goes down. So it's important to kind of pay attention to that and to make adjustments as those behaviors start to occur. Some people may do things like change the lighting or the environment in their home just to address that because there is confusion as the sun goes down. So in essence at nighttime. And then also if there are some other issues that are going on, making sure that you are getting in contact with the Alzheimer's Association. We have lots of great tips and tools for those who are experiencing that through our helpline.
Now, if people need maybe some more information about Alzheimer's or about, keeping their loved ones safe during this time of year, or just about what you guys do, where should they go?
Well, they can call our 24/7 helpline. That number is up in the back of my screen. They can call that number 24/7. They can reach a staff member like myself. It's staffed with individuals who can assist them with resources, who can help them with tips and tools if they are dealing with sundowning, can also give some tips and tools on just emergency kits for emergencies and also for winter weather and just other daily care tips, as well as just getting aligned with our free programs and services for people with a diagnosis as well as their care partners. And that number is 1-800-272-3900, and they can also go to our website, alz.org.
All right, Tanisha, thank you very much for coming on virtually and giving us all that information. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem. Well, we'll be right back with the second half of East Texas Live in about 2 minutes, so stay with us.